Unfortunately, it has to be said that human rights continue to be violated in the OSCE area. Migrants and persons belonging to national minorities continue to suffer as a result of intolerance and discrimination. The integration of Roma and Sinti commitments is still lagging behind the goals set in the 2003 Action Plan. Freedom of assembly and association, freedom of religion and conviction, and freedom of expression are not fully respected. Gender equality is still more an aspiration than a reality. Thousands of people, including children, fall victim to human trafficking each year.
If we are to make genuine progress in fulfilling our obligations, we should identify commitment to the rule of law as the core of our efforts. Representative government, achieved through free and fair elections, is the basis for the rule of law. A free and unbiased media environment in which journalists can hold a government accountable before public opinion is critical to our societies. Effective rule of law is a fundamental starting point for all our efforts in suppressing human trafficking, in preventing torture, in eliminating gender-based discrimination, in ensuring fair treatment of all persons, and in fighting organized crime.
That fundamental freedoms and human rights lie at the heart of comprehensive security. The idea that genuine security must be built around the inherent dignity of the individual was a radical one in 1975. It remains sharply relevant today.
OSCE is not about value imposition. OSCE commitments were not invented by some in order to apply or be imposed on others. We all know that all these commitments were negotiated and voluntarily agreed upon by all. And that is why I believe that we share a common notion of democracy. And it is things like independent courts, the verdict of the ballot box, and the free media that strengthen our security.
The situation in Kyrgyzstan is a reminder that long-term stability cannot be achieved if minority communities are left on the margins of society. The risk of destabilization is particularly high in countries that lack stable and strong institutions. In such a climate, nationalist discourse is likely to flourish, with the risk of alienating minority communities from the state.
The high number of violent attacks against journalists a cause for concern. Equally alarming is the authorities' far too prevalent willingness to classify many of the murders as unrelated to the journalists' professional activities. We also see that more and more often critical speech is being punished with questionable charges brought against journalists. Impunity of perpetrators and the responsible authorities' passivity in investigating and failing to publicly condemn these murders breeds further violence.